Hello students, hope you are doing good. So in this particular session we'll start about the exercise 5.2 and let's get started with our examples and the questions, and we'll talk more in detail as how the things turn around based on the questions and the details. So right now we have first question in front of us. Fill in the blanks in the following table given that A is the first term, D is the common difference, and an the nth term of an AP. Okay, so we have given the table. So wherein A is given, D is given, N is given, and An is given. So in this table, if you see, so the one parameter is not given and the other parameters are given. So if A is given, D is given, N is given, in this An is not given. So we need to find the An. So we know what is the formula when this variable is involved. So we have the formula. This can be used for solving all these problems. So we have the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so with this let's try to solve the first one. What is an here? An is the one which we need to find. An is equal to, what is a? A is 7 plus n is given. Yes, n is 8 minus 1. What is d here? D is 3. Okay, so 7 plus 8 minus 1 is 7 into 3. Then you have 7 plus 7. We have 7 into 3. 7 into 3 is 21. So this becomes 28. So an value is 28 in this case. So let's write it down here, 28. Okay, so let's try to find the second one. So let's try to substitute. Is a, okay, an is given as 0. So let's try to replace here. An is equal to 0. Is a given? Yeah, a is given. Minus 18 plus what is given? Okay, n is given. Yes, n is 10 minus 1. Is d given? D is not given. D is the one which we need to find here. Okay, 0 is equal to minus 18. So minus 18, if you bring it here, it becomes plus 18 is equal to 10 into d is 10d minus d. Sorry. I should not take this into multiplication. It's okay. So 10 minus 1 can be subtracted. So I can do with this without this. Okay. So hold on. Okay. So 10 minus 1, I will put it as 9. Okay. 90. So it can be easily, instead of making it complex, I can make it as this way. So 18 divided by 9. 9 comes here. D, 9 ones are 2s are. So d value is 2. So we can put it as 2 here. Okay. So let's sort the third one. Let's try to solve it here. What is an? Is an given? This is the one which we're solving. Right. So an is minus 5. Is a given? No. A is the one which we need to find. A plus n. Is n given? Yes, A is n. N is 18 here. So 18 minus 1 is d given. Yes, d is minus 3. Okay, minus 5 is equal to a. 18 minus 1 is 17 minus 3 minus 5 is equal to a. Plus into minus becomes minus. 17 into 3 becomes 51. Okay, so minus 51, let's bring it here, it becomes plus 51. Minus 5 is equal to a. So I brought it here. Okay, 51 minus 5, 46 is equal to a. Okay, so let's solve. Okay, so a value is 46. Let's put it here, 46. Okay, so let's solve the other one, the fourth one. Okay, so what is an is, okay, this is the one which we're solving. An is 3.6. Is a given? Yes. Minus 18.9. Okay, plus, is n given? N is the one which we need to find. N minus 1. Is d given? Yes, d is given as 2.5. Okay, so 3.6, if you bring it here, it becomes this 18.9. If you bring it here, it becomes plus, is equal to n minus 1 into 2.5. Let's get some space here. Okay, so let's add it, this one. 9 plus 6, 18. Okay, 3.6 plus 18.9 is equal to 22.5. N minus 1 to 2.5. Okay, so let's bring this here. 22.5 divided by 2.5 is equal to n minus 1. Does 22.5 goes in 2.5? Okay, so 22.5 divided by 2.9, 2.5, 9 yes. Okay, it goes this n 9 minus 1. Okay, so n, bring this minus 1 here, it becomes plus 1. 9, n is equal to 9 plus 1, which is equal to n is equal to 10. Okay, so we got 10 here value. Okay, so let's solve the last one. So do we have what do we have here? Okay, an is not there. Okay, an is not there. So is a is there? Yes, a is 3.5 plus n minus 1. Is the n mentioned here? Yes, we have. Okay, so n is equal to 105 minus 1 into d. Is d given? Oh, d is given. D is given as 0. Okay, so the moment we see d is 0. So when d is 0, that means difference is 0. So it will be always the same here. Okay, let's try to solve here. So 3.5, 105, whatever you do, multiply with 0 becomes 0. Okay, so it becomes 3.5. So this will be an we know it. An is nothing but 105. Okay, so a of 105 is 3.5. Okay, a of 105, it will be always. So this, you remember students, whenever the difference is 0, that means it will be repeated sequence of numbers. This is one of the hint you can remember. Okay, hope this is clear, and this is basic samples which we have seen with respect to this particular formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so all this we have sorted out, and we have solved multiple questions related to this. Hope by now we are very clear with this particular formula, and this is like a repetition wherein we need to find a, d, n, an. So with this formula, based on the variables provided, we can find it, because here only the one is unknown, all the others are provided. So if two are not provided, then there is a different formula. We need to solve the equation by forming two numbers. So we'll see as we proceed. So let's move to the next question. Okay, choose the correct choice in the following and justify. Okay, so we need to choose which is the right answer, and why do we say so, that we need to justify. Okay, so given first question here is 30th term of an AP. So an given. Okay, so an is equal to 30. Okay, a is given as, sorry, 30th term, not the an here. Okay, so let's try to find it. Okay, an we need to find. Okay, so a is given, yes. What is a? A is 10. Is n given? N it's saying as 30. Okay, so do we have the difference? Yes, we have the difference. What is the difference here? 7 minus 10 is equal to the bigger sign minus 3. Okay, d is 3 here. So let's put our formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So in this, what do we know? We have a, we have n. Do we have n? Yeah, we have d. Okay, so let's find the 30th term. 30th term. So a is given as 10 plus n 30 minus 1. What is the difference? Minus 3. Okay, 10 plus 29 into 3. Okay, 10 minus 29 into 3 is 87. Becomes plus, so minus 77. Okay, so we have the 30th term as 77. Okay, so let's see, this is what we are supposed to identify. Do we have the answer here as minus 77? Yes. So the answer is 77, minus 77. So be clear, 77 is also there, minus 77 is there. So the answer is minus 77. So this is what we need to identify. So hence the answer is, you can say, hence choice. They are saying the choice, hence the choice is C, the correct. Okay, and this is how we have justified. Okay, this is the justification. So let's move to the next section, which talks about, question 2, subsection. Okay, 11th term of an AP. Okay, so 11th term is given, n is given. Okay, we need to choose the correct choice for the 11th term. Okay, n 11th term. Okay, so a is given minus 3. D is what? Minus half of minus 3. Okay, minus half, minus into minus, plus 3. Okay, so take the LCM. 2 minus 1 minus 3 2 is 6 minus 7 by 2. Okay, so here this looks like I've skipped this minus. Minus into minus becomes plus. This is plus, and this becomes this becomes minus 6 plus minus 1 plus 6, which is 5. Okay, now that we have these variables, let's try to put it in a formula. En is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. What is it? We need to find a. Is given minus 3 plus what is n? N is given as 11 minus 1. Is d given? Yes, d is given. 5 by 2. Okay, so let's solve it. Minus 3 plus 10, 5 by 2, 2 1 5. Okay, minus 3 plus sign, there is no minus here, plus sign, 5 5 are 25. Okay, so what it becomes? 22. Removed. Okay, so is there an answer for A11? 22. Okay, so this is our answer. Okay, so one thing to be remembered is this minus sign which we have, right? So there are chances, as you can see, there are tendency that we take it for granted and we will miss it out. So just be careful, students, regarding this. Do this mistake, not a problem. When you're doing the exercise, do the mistake, not an issue. But at least when you're doing the mistake, should be able to remember this. So that's how we learn it. Okay, doing mistake is not an issue, but with that issue, mistake, we should be in a position to learn about it. Okay, That's helpful. Doing mistakes earlier is always better, okay, rather than doing it in the exam or test. Okay, thank you. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so here in this particular questions, there are unknowns missing, so we need to find. Okay, so this is an AP in the following AP. So one thing is confirmed, we don't need to find check whether it's an AP. So this is an AP. So in an AP, find the missing. So find the second term we don't know. So what we can do is we have A is equal to 2. Do we have D? We don't have D. For D, you should have some term to subtract it. You don't have. Okay, so do we have N? N is here as second term. Okay, can we use the formula? Okay, so here we have, okay, so let's assume this as X. Okay, when there is something unknown, let's assume it as X. And what we usually do is okay, how do we find the differentiation? So let's try to find the common difference. X minus 2. Okay, X minus 2 is one way, and another difference we find is 26 minus X. Okay, which is nothing but E2 minus E1. This is E3 minus E2. So both should be having the same common difference. As it is in AP, we can assume this as having the same value. So using this, let's try to utilize X minus 2 is nothing but it's going to give you the D value. This is also going to give you the D value. So when both the D are there, so let's equate it. X minus 2, 26 minus X. Let's bring this X here. It becomes plus X, 26. Let's bring this minus 2 over this side. It becomes plus 2. This becomes 2X. This becomes 28. X is equal to 28 by 2, 1, 4. Okay, so X is equal to 14. So here we got the value of X is equal to 14. So the term which we are looking for, hence the missing term is 14. We can mention it as the missing term is 14. Okay students, let's move to the next question. Okay, so in the following AP missing term, so A is not there, A is missing, A2 is there, okay, A3 is missing. Okay, so now the thing is we need to find the missing terms here. Okay, so there is D, no, there is no D. So how do you find? Okay, we have the arithmetic progression general form. How? A is represented as, which is represented as A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D, which is, this is A1, this is A2, this is A3, like this. So now let's take this is an example here. Okay, so 13. Okay, so let's utilize the second term is given, right? So second term is A plus D is equal to 13. Okay, and if you can see that this is first, second, third, fourth term is given. Okay, how is the fourth term represented? A plus 3D is equal to 3. Okay, so we have two variables. So now by solving this, we can get the unknowns. A plus 3D is equal to 3. So subtracting this get cancelled, minus sign 2D is equal to minus 10, D is equal to 10 by 2. This minus comes here, 5, which is equal to minus 5. Okay, so let's try to put this value which we have received in one of the equation. 1 plus D is equal to 13. So we have A, no, we have D, yes, A plus of minus 5 is equal to 13. A plus of minus 5, 13. A, let's bring 13 plus this minus 5 here, becomes plus 5. A is equal to 13 plus 5 is 18. Congratulations, you got the first number. Okay, so you have got the first number A. Okay, and A3. So let's replace this A3. A3, how do you find? A3 is nothing but A3 is equal to A plus 2D. In this we know A is 18 plus 2. What is D? D is minus 5, which becomes 18 plus minus minus 2 5s are 10, which becomes 10. 18 minus 10, which is 8. Okay, so the A3 term is 8. So we got 8. Okay, so we got both the missing terms here. Okay, so let's move to the next question here. Okay, so here in this case we have A is equal to 5. Okay, so we have the first term, we need to find the second and the third term. Fourth term is given, which is in mixed fraction. So let's convert it into proper fractions. So let's put it as 5 comma A2 A3, which is missing, and 9. If you convert, it becomes 19 by 2. Let's put it in a proper format. Okay, so let's see, let's find out A4 is given, right? So A4 is equal to A plus 3D. Okay, so what is A4? A4 is, we have fourth term, 19 by 2 is equal to A is given here, 5 plus 3D. Okay, so 19 by 2, let's bring this here, minus 5 is equal to 3D. Okay, so let's take the LCM. 2, 19, 5 to the 10, 3D. 19 minus 9 by 2 is equal to 3D. Okay, further I need to bring it here. Okay, so 9 by 2, if I bring it here, it becomes down by T, 3 1s are 3 3s are, which is equal to 3 by 2 is equal to D. Okay, now that we have the value of D, which is 3 by 2, let's try to get the missing terms. Okay, D is equal to 3 by 2. Okay, so the missing is A3, which is equal to A plus, A plus 2D. Okay, so here why I have been marked X. Okay, it should be A2. Okay, so this should be A2 and this should be A3. First term is this, second term is this, third term is this. The unknowns are second and third, not the third and fourth. Okay, so here if we see that, let's try to find first the second term, E2, which is equal to A plus D. So do we know the A? Yes, we have A. Do we know the D? Yeah, we have the D. 3 by 2. Okay, so 2 5 is 10 plus 3. Yes, do we have 13 by 2? Okay, A2 is 13 by 2. Okay, so let's find what is A3. So A3 is equal to, we have A is 5 plus 2 into D, which is 3 by 2. 2 to get cancelled. 5 plus 3 is 8. Okay, so we have A3. Hope this is clear. So one thing just remember here is, if you have two unknowns, so here we need to find. So in this particular formula you cannot use the n term formula. How you can do, you can solve it by equations. So for that equations, what you need to have is two equations. If you have, you can sort it and get this result. So always remember this can help you with respect to getting the problem solved. So here we have seen that, so two unknowns we have taken and try to solve it. Okay, we found the difference here, then we try to solve it with this general form of AP. Okay, so let's move to the next page. Oh, we have a lot of missing. So we have A. Okay, we have A is equal to minus 4. Okay. Okay, so how many terms we need to find? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, A2, A3, A4, A5. And we have been given as the sixth term. A6 is given as 6. Okay. Okay, so let's try to find, how do you find A6? A6 is equal to, with the general form, how is the A6 looks like? A plus 5D. Okay, just let me try to recall you. An is equal to A plus n minus 1D. So here we know what is An. Okay, so we have the A, we know the n, and the unknown is D. So with this formula we can get it. So what is An? 6 is equal to A. What is A? Minus 4 plus 5 into D. We don't know D. Okay, so 6 minus 4 comes here. This becomes 6 plus 4 is equal to 5D. 10 is equal to 5D. So 10 divided by 5 is equal to D. 5 ones are 2s are. Okay, so D is equal to 2. With this we got the difference 2. Okay, so once we found it, so it's we can find any terms. So A2 we want to find. A2 is equal to A plus D. What is A? A is minus 4 plus D is 2, which is minus 2. A2. Okay, so let's find the third term. A3 is equal to A plus 2D. Okay, what is A here? A is minus 4 plus 2. What is D here? D we have 2. Okay, minus 4. 2 2s are 4. Oh, this is 0. A3 is 0. Okay, so how many terms you need to find? A2, A3, A4, A5. Okay, we need to find A4, A5 as well. So let's find A4. A4 is equal to A plus 3D. Okay, A4, A do we have? Yes, minus 4 plus 3 into 2. Minus 4 plus 3 to the 6. It becomes 2. A4 is 2. Okay, so the last term we need to find. A5 is equal to A plus 4D. What is A here? A is given as minus 4 plus 4 into D. What is D? D is 2. So minus 4 plus 4 2s are 8. Okay, this becomes 4. So A5 also we have it. Okay, so with this we have found out all the missing terms. Okay students, let's move to the next slide. Okay, so here the A is missing. Okay, so we have been given the, so E2 is given, E2, second term is given, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So E2 is 38, A6 is minus 22. So now we can find it via the general form. Okay, so let's solve this. E2 is given as E2 is equal to A plus D. So we don't know A2 is given, so A2 value is 38. A we don't know. Do we know the difference? We don't know the difference. Okay, this is one equation. This is how we can do. We cannot solve further, so let's take A6. A6 is equal to A plus 5D, which is equal to A6 is given, let's put it here, minus 22 A plus 5D, because A is not unknown, D is unknown. So this is a second equation. So let's try to solve this. A plus D is equal to 38. Then we have another A plus 5D is equal to minus 22. Okay, so let's solve it. Subtracting, that's the only way. Minus becomes plus. This get cancelled. Minus, this becomes minus of 4D. Okay, plus, it becomes plus, so it becomes 60. Okay, so D becomes 60 divided by 4 minus, okay, which becomes 15. Okay, so it becomes minus 15. So your D is minus 15. We got D. So once we got D, we can find A. So let's put it in one of these. Okay, 38 is equal to A plus D. 38 is equal to A plus minus of 15. 38 is equal to A plus of minus minus 15. So 38 plus 15 is equal to A. So which becomes 353. Okay, so now that we got A, D, we can find the terms. Okay, so A we got it, so find A is here, 53. Let's write it down. Second we have third term. Okay, so third term, how do you find? A3 is equal to A plus 2D. Okay, so A3 we need to find. A is given 53 plus 2. What is D? D is minus 15. Correct? Yeah. 53 plus minus minus 15. What does it become? Okay, hold on, this is 2, not 1. Okay, so plus minus minus 2 into 15 becomes 30. Okay, so 30, so remainder will be 23. A3 we found it. Okay, so now let's find A4, which is equal to A plus 3D. 53 plus 3 to minus 15. 53 plus minus minus 45, and this becomes A4. So 45, 5 plus 3, 8. Okay, so the A4 term is 8. Okay, so how many terms we need to find? Okay, A4, another one A5. So let's find the A5 here. A5 is equal to A plus 4D. What is A? A is given as, where is it? 53 plus 4. D is given as minus 15. Okay, 53 plus minus minus becomes 6. Sorry, what did I do here? Minus plus minus minus, right? For the 60. So minus 7. A5 is equal to minus 7. Check it out. So students, we have all the unknowns here. Okay, Let's move to the next question. Let's try to solve the next question. Okay, so hold on. Which term of the AP is 78? Okay, so this is the n term formula we have in arithmetic progression. Okay, so we have an A. Okay, do we have the value of A? Yes, we have the value of A. Do we have the value of D? Yes, we have the value of D. This is an arithmetic progression, so I can just take one difference. 8 minus 3 is 5. Okay, do I have the value of n? No, that is the question here. So it says which term of the AP is 78, but we have the value of an. So this term's value we have, but on which term does it belong? So n is the one which we need to find. So we can use the formula an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So what is an? An is 78. Let's replace and solve it. 3 plus n minus 1 into d. So we have d here. 578 is equal to 3 plus 5n. Okay, so I can either sort this or I can bring this 3. Let me just try to bring this here. Okay, 38, bring this here, minus 3 is equal to n minus 1 into 5. So 38, this becomes 75 is equal to n minus 1 into 5. Let's bring this 5 here. 75 divided by 5 is equal to n minus 1. 575 goes in 15 times. So 15 is equal to n minus 1. So let's bring this one here. So n is equal to 15 plus 1, which is equal to 16. So this is the 16th term. 16th term, and its value is 78. Okay students, this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so find the number of terms in each of the following. Okay, so we need to find how many terms are there. So this is the term which has been given. So nth term is given. So how many numbers we need to find? Okay, we can use our formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So an is given. An is 205. Okay, and a is given. Yes, a is 7 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d? D, we can find the difference. So this is an arithmetic progression. So difference is 13 minus 7 is 3 plus 3 6 here. So 205 minus 7 is equal to n minus 1 into 6. So what it becomes? 205 minus 7 becomes 198 is equal to n minus 1 into 6. So can this be divided by 6? Minus 1. So it should be divided 6. Okay, so it will be divided by 33 times. So let's check. Okay, so 33 is equal to n minus 1. So let's bring this 33, this minus 1 to here. Plus 1 is equal to n. Okay, so this becomes 34 is equal to n, or n is equal to 34. So we have seen that this is nothing but the which term it is, the therefore it is the 34th term. There are 34 terms, totally 34 terms are there. Okay, hope this is clear. Okay, so let's move to the next question, students. Okay, find the number of terms in each of the following APs. So A is given 18. Okay, so do we have D? Yes, we can find the D. Okay, so 15.5 minus, so let's make it as a proper fraction first. Okay, so 15.5 can be written as 22 plus 15. Okay, it can be written as 31 by 2. Okay, so it is, let's try to find 31 by 2 minus 18. Okay, so how much? 2, 31 minus 18, okay, which will be equal to 18. Okay, so 18, so it should be, okay, 36. Okay, so this will be equal to minus, bigger one, 5 divided by 2. Okay, so D is minus 5 divided by 2 here. Okay, so what we need to find it next? AN. Okay, AN is also there here. AN is equal to minus 47. So let's try to put it in our formula. AN is there, A is there. Okay, so let's try to solve it. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. AN is minus 47 is equal to A is 18 plus N. What is N here? N is the one which we need to find. Minus 1 minus 5 by 2. Okay, so let's put it in brackets so that we don't get confused. Minus 47 is equal to 18. Okay, minus into plus becomes minus. Let's keep it here. This minus 1 to 5 by 2. Okay, so I've just brought the minus here. Minus plus minus. Minus 47. Let's bring this 18 here. Minus 18 is equal to minus N minus 1 over 5 by 2. Okay. Okay, so minus 47 minus 18 becomes minus 65. Okay, this is minus N minus 1 into 5 divided by 2. Both the sides minus minus gets cancelled. Okay, so 65. So 65. Let's bring this here. 5, 12. It becomes, when we bring it to the left side, it gets reversed. So it becomes 2 by 5 is equal to N minus 1. Okay. So 5 ones, it goes 5 ones, goes 13 times. 13 into 2 becomes 26 is equal to N minus 1. Let's bring this one here. 26 plus 1 is equal to N. So N is equal to, let's 27. Okay, students, let's move to the next question. Check whether minus 150 is a term of arithmetic progression 11, 8, 5, 2. Okay, does it belong to this? Okay, and which term it is? So check whether. So it is saying AN is equal to minus 50. So does it belong to any of this number? Okay, so the nth term, any of the term. So here N we need to see. Okay, and do we have A? Yes, we have A. Do we have D? Yes, we have D. D, you can find it here. 8 minus 11, which will be minus 3. Okay, so let's try to put it here with the formula. AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D. So AN is here. Yes, 150. E is there. Yes, 11 plus N is the one which we need to find, and D is minus 3. Okay, so 150, let's bring this 11 here. Minus 11 is equal to N minus 1 to minus 3. Okay, so let's bring it here. So this gets 161 minus into n minus 1 into minus 3. Okay, so minus 161. Let's bring this here, minus here, this side, minus 3 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, minus minus gets cancelled. Okay, thus 3 goes in 161. Okay, 161 divided by 3. Okay, it doesn't go. Okay, so let's keep it here. Okay, so 161 divided by 3. Let's bring this minus 1 here. It becomes plus 1 is equal to n. Okay, so let's try to solve it. 161 plus 3 is equal to n. So n is coming as, let's reverse it, 164 divided by 3 is equal to n. Okay, so here it is n is equal to 164 divided by 3. Can 164 divided by 3? 164 divided by 3? No, it cannot be. It becomes a fraction. So we know that, hence, okay, so this is coming as a fraction. Okay, so here we can conclude, put or conclude. Okay, so fractions, the value is coming in fraction, hence it's not the term. Which one? Minus 150 is not the term of the given AP. Why? Because the term cannot be fraction or it cannot be negative. So you cannot say that 1/4 of it, or you can say minus 10 position. No. So it can be 10th position or it can be second position. It cannot be 0.1 position. So okay, so this is the reason why we are saying this particular term does not belong to the given arithmetic progression. Hope this is clear, students. So this check, so when this sort of things comes, so just be careful that they're asking for whether this is valid or not, whether this is belongs to or not. Okay, so that is what they are trying to see. So if it comes in a fraction or in the negative form, so straight away you can say this is not as per the reason. Okay, thank you. Let's move next. Let's move to the next slide. Find the 31st term of an AP whose 11th term and 16th term is 73. Okay, let's read it once again and try to analyze here. Okay, so the question, let's put the question what has been asked here. Find the 31st term. So we need to find A31. We need to find what is given here, whose 11th term is 38. Okay, so A11 is given as 38. Okay, and A16 is given as 73. Okay, so with this we can find A and D as per this. So we know that the 11th, if you want to know the 11th, AN is equal to A plus N minus 1 into D, or with the arithmetic form we know. Okay, terms. So how we can find? So A11 is equal to A is unknown here, plus, so this we know, this becomes 10 into D. D is also unknown, so this can be, and A16, similarly we can say A plus 16, which is 15D. So this is our first expression and this is our second expression. Let's try to solve it here. So A plus 10 D is equal to A11. What is the A11? A11 value is given as 38. So let's put 38. Okay, let's put the second expression. A plus 15D is equal to A16. What is A16? 73. Okay. So let's try to solve it. By cancelling this, we can solve it. Okay, A get cancelled, so minus sign is there. So it becomes 5D is equal to minus, okay, so 35. So minus minus gets cancelled. Okay, so 5 is there. So let's bring here D is equal to 35 divided by 5, which is how many times 35? 5 goes in 35, 6, 7. So D value is equal to 7. Okay, so we got the D value, we have the, okay, so with this, by replacing, we can get the A value. A in one of this is 1 plus A plus 10D is equal to 11. Okay, so 38. So let's try to replace here. What is A? A is the one which we need to find. 10 into 7 is equal to 38. A is equal to 7, sorry, A plus, let me just make sure, A plus 70 is equal to 38. A is equal to 38 minus 70. A is equal to, okay, so 70 minus 38 minus 70, so sign is bigger, so it becomes 2, 3. Okay, so this is the value of A. Okay, so we have A, D. So now what the question is, this is what we need to solve it. So how do we solve it? A of 31 is equal to A plus 1 less, which will be 30D. Okay, A is equal to minus 32 plus 30 into D, 7. Okay, minus 32 plus, okay, so 3 sevens, how do we need to calculate? 3 into 7 is equal to 2, 1 and 0. Okay, this is plus, so signs are something which is very important here. If we do the mistake, that is going to cause a lot. Okay, this is going to fail our solution. Okay, so minus 32 plus, so it becomes plus, so it will be subtract 32, it becomes 8 and becomes 7. Okay, so A of 1, okay, so 178, add it here, 2 becomes 30. Okay, fine. So A 31 is this. So value of A 31, which we need to find, it's been founded here. Okay, students, so let's move to the next question. Okay, so let's read it out. An AP consists of 50 terms, of which third term is 12 and the last term is 106. Okay, so what is it saying? Third term. So a third term is nothing but A3 is given. A3 is 12. A3 is given. So third term is 12. Okay, and another last term. Okay, so last term is given. So let's assume that is this number, which place it is not there, but its last term value is given here, 106 position. Okay, so now it says that an AP consists of 50 terms. Okay, so it has a 50 terms. Okay, so this is clear here. Okay, so n is given here. So A of 50 is equal to 106. Okay, so 50, it consists of 50. Okay, and also it says that the last term is 106. So totally 50 and the last term is value is given is, this is nothing but this value, A50. Okay, so now we have two things. Okay, all the things we have retrieved. So we need to find what? We need to find find the 29th term. Okay, 29th term. Not this. Okay, one second. N is equal to, Okay, we need to find the okay, so here en, so we need to find en here. Okay, whose nth term is given? So 29th, a of 29th. Basically this is the one which we need to find. Let's try to solve it. So by the given information, so a3 is given, so how do we represent a3? A3 can be represented as a3 is equal to a plus n minus 1, which is in this case 2t. Okay, so a3 is given as 12, a we don't have, a plus 2t. Okay, so this is one equation. Then we have a50. A50 can be, this can be represented as a plus n minus 1, which is 49d. Okay, we know a50, let's replace 106 is equal to a plus 49d. Okay, so this is the second equation. So let's try to solve with this. We'll get the value of two unknowns a and d. So a plus 2d is equal to 12. First equation. Second equation, a plus 49d is equal to 106. So by subtracting we'll get this value. Okay, so minus sign is there, minus 47d. Okay, so this becomes 12, so 4, 9, and sign is minus. Okay, so let's bring it a little further. Okay, minus minus gets cancelled. D is equal to 94 divided by 47. Does it go 7, 14? Yeah, so it goes 2 times. Okay, 1, 2. So D is equal to 2. So we got D. Okay, so by this we'll try to find okay, so let's find with one of the expression a plus 2d is equal to 12. So we have d here, a plus 2 into 2 is equal to 12. Okay, a plus 2 into 2 is 4, 12, a is equal to 12, minus we'll bring it here, 4, it becomes 8. Okay, so we have the value of a is equal to 8. So we have d8. So what is it we need to find? We need to find 829. So how do we find 829? 829 is equal to a plus 1 n minus 1, which is 28d. So do we have here a? What is a? A we got it, 8 plus 28 into d. Okay, so we have a plus 28 into 2 is nothing but 6, 5. Okay, so let's add it here, 56 plus 8, okay, 4, 6, so a 29 is 64. Okay, so this is what we're supposed to find out from this question. Okay, so NLP consists of 50 terms, so totally the 50 terms, so that means it has the nth value is 50, n is 50, so total terms of 50, the last term is 50, and it says the last term's value is 106. That means we got its value as an is equal to 106. Okay, a50, so we have the value of a50. Okay, then the question was to find the nth term. Okay, 29th term. So to find the 29th term we need a and d. How do we get it? A and d, we have two inputs. From there we solve the unknown variables, which are two unknown variables, the first term and the common difference. By solving that we can replace that here and get the value of the nth term, in this case 29th term. Okay, so let's move to the next question. Okay, let's analyze it. If the third and the nth term of an AP are 4 and minus 8. So what is given here? A3 is given which is equal to 4, and a ninth term is given, a ninth term is given as minus 8, okay, respectively. So this is the given data. Which term of this AP is 0? Okay, which term of this AP is 0? So what is saying is, okay, so there is some term which is 0 at what position? So basically this position we need to find it here using this data. Okay, for finding this any of the term, so we need to find the two variables, which is nothing but your first term and the common difference. So we don't have, but we have the two equations which we can retrieve to get this A and D, as we have seen in the previous example. So let's get started. So we have A3. So A3 can be written as A3 in the general form of A plus 2D. Okay, so A3 value is 4 is equal to A plus 2D. Okay, first equation. Then we'll find another equation, A9. It can be represented A plus n minus 1. N is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8D. So what is the value of here? A9, A minus 8. A9 we have the value of minus 8. A plus 8D. So this is our second equation. By solving this, we'll get our A and D. A plus 2D is equal to 4. Then A plus 8D is equal to minus 8. Okay, minus plus. Okay, so this becomes minus 60. Okay, plus it becomes 12. Okay, so D becomes 12 divided by 6. Let's bring this minus 6 1 0. So it becomes minus 2. So D value we have. Let's try to find the value of A by putting in one of the expression. A plus 2D is equal to 4. Let's take this first expression, try to put the value of D. So D value we know, it's minus 2. Okay, A plus 2 minus 2 is equal to 4. A plus minus 2 into 2 4 is equal to 4. Okay, A 4, this plus minus becomes plus 4. A is equal to 8. Okay, so we have A, we have D. Okay, so let's try to find the term here. 0 position does it comes. Okay, so which term of the AP is 0? So it's asking which term of the AP is 0. So let's put it here. AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. Okay, so AN value we are putting as 0. We don't know, we know A 8. We don't know the position of it, that's what we are finding. So D, do we know? Yes, D we know, it's minus 2. Okay, so a little bit clumsy, it's becoming 0 8. Okay, plus minus n minus 1 into 2. Okay, so 8, let me bring it here. Minus 8 is equal to minus n minus 1 into 2. Okay, minus gets cancelled. 8, let's bring this to this one, n minus 1. Okay, so 2 ones are 4s are. Okay, so 4, let's bring this minus here, it becomes plus 1 is equal to n. So n is equal to 5. So it belongs to the fifth term. 0 belong to the given AP as the fifth term. Okay students, hope this is clear. So which term of this AP is 0? So you have a sequence of AP, a sequence of number in the given AP. So what is the position or the term place we need to find? So which we have identified. To identify that, we need to have the values given, like the first term and the common difference, which we identified by identifying from the information given in the question. Okay, hope this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so let's start. So the 17th term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Find the common difference. Okay, so we need to find the common difference D. Before that, what are the information is given? A is given. No. So what has been mentioned here? So this is, we need to resolve this to get this D. So how do we resolve it? So what it says, the 17th term. So 17th term, A17 has been mentioned, of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. Okay, so exceeds, that means A17 is equivalent to A 10th exceeds by 7. So this is the meaning here. So let's try to read it here. A17 term of an AP exceeds its 10th term by 7. So when it says exceeds, that means A17 is exceeding with the A10th term with what value? 7. So this is what has been given. So try to understand here the question. 17th term of an AP, it's exceed. Okay, let's read this little bit late. 10th term by 7. What? 10th term by 7 exceeds. Exceeds means plus. So this is how it is. So now we know how to sort this. So A17 means we can put A17 as A plus 16D and A10 as A plus 9D and we have plus 7. So this is the equation which has been given from this question. Okay, so if we solve this, we should be able to get our D. Okay, let's try to solve it. A plus 16D. Okay, A comes here, minus A, 9D plus 7. A gets cancelled here. We have 16D. So 16D, if it comes here, 16D minus 9D is equal to 7. What is 16D minus 9? 7D is equal to 7. So D is equal to 7. This 7 comes down, it becomes 7 ones are 7. So 1. So D is equal to 1. So we have got the common difference D, which is the question asked here. Okay, so let me repeat here. So first thing is forming a question. From the question we need to form an equation. So the 17th term we've got, and it says that it exceeds its 10th term by 7. So this is how you need to represent. So read the question here. If you are not clear, so please read the question multiple times so that it derives. So we need to actually derive the unknown here. So unknown here is common difference D. So how do we get? So with this formula, from this general form of arithmetic progression, we can get this value. So hope by sorting this, by solving this, we will get the value of D, which has been asked here. Okay, so hope this is clear. So let's move to the next question, students. Okay, so let's read this. Which term of an arithmetic progression? One thing is sure, this is an arithmetic progression will be 132 more than its 54th term. Okay, so what has been given? E is given as 3. D is D given. Yes, 15 minus 3, which will be 12. Okay, what is saying? 54th term. A 54th term. Okay, so the question here is, okay, so it says the A 54th term plus 132, we get x. So this x, where does it belongs, which term it belongs in this arithmetic progression? Okay, so first we need to sort it this x. Okay, so once we get the value of x, then we need to find at which position or the term it belongs this x. Okay, so this is what we need to find. So let's get started. First we need to find the A54. So for that 54 term we have is, let's try to sort it. A54 can be sorted as a plus n minus 1. N is 54, 54 is 53 into d. What is the value of d? We got the value of d. Okay, so here we have the a value as well. So 3 plus 53 into 12 is 6, 636. Okay, so 636, then if we add it, this becomes 639. Okay, so we got the A44 as 639. So our question is this x, identifying this x. So let's try to put it here. X is equal to A54, which is 639 plus 132, which is equivalent to, add it to 9, 11, 7, 7. Okay, so this is the term. So we need to find which, in this position, in this particular arithmetic progression, this value, where is, what is its position. So like the nth position we can find. Okay, so let's use our standard formula. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So what now we know? Okay, so we know an value is 771. Okay, do we know the value of a? Yeah, we know the value of a. 3 plus, do we know n? No, this is what we need to find the position. Do we know d? Yes, we know d is 12. Okay, 771 minus 3. Okay, bringing here, then n minus 1 into 12. Okay, so this becomes 771 minus 3, this becomes your 8, then this becomes your 68. Okay, 768. Okay, is equal to n minus 1 into 12. Okay, so let's put here 768 divided by 12 is equal to n minus 1. Let's bring this 12 down. Okay, so does it go? It is in 12, 12, 12. Okay, this goes 4, 6, 4, 6. So this goes in 64. So 64 is equal to n minus 1. So further, if you bring it here, so 64 minus 1, if you bring it here, plus 1, n. So 65. So n is equal to 65. Okay, so we got the value of n. N is equal to 65. Okay, so it belongs to the position, the 65th term. So this should be your answer, 65th term. Hope this is clear. Let me repeat it here. This is an arithmetic progression which is given, which says that will be 132 more than its 54th term. So you have a 54th term and its value is added by more. So it says more means 132 you have added, that is x. So that x, what position it comes in the arithmetic progression. So first we need to identify this x. How we find? We found this by replacing with the values, like with our formula. Okay, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we got the d value and also we have the a value. We got the a54, then we substituted here this 132, we got the x value, which is 771. So now the 771, in which position it, are the place in this particular AP it belongs to. So we know the nth term, so nth term, so we need to find the nth term. While with this particular formula we found the nth term, it belongs to the 65th term. Hope this is clear. So let's move to the next question. Okay, so let's read this. Two APs have the same common difference. Okay, so let's assume this. Let's read it out. Two APs have the same common difference. The difference between their 100th term is 100. What is the difference between the 1000th term? Okay, two APs. So first of all, let's assume this has one AP as A and another AP as capital A. Okay, so there are two arithmetic progressions. Two APs have the same common difference. Okay, so the common difference, so D is common here, so the D is same for both of this. Okay, so let's see how it is being used. The difference between their 100 term is 100. What is the difference between the 1000 term? So let's try to solve this first. So this is something you have unknowns. So to find those unknowns, we need to form some sort of an equation. Let's try to understand how do we can find the equation. So here there is something same. It mentioned it as same. So let's try to put this in a format. Okay, so high of, let's take the first arithmetic progression. It's 100 term is represented as A plus 99 n minus 1 into D. Okay, and let's represent the other term, other arithmetic progression with capital A of 100 is equal to A plus 99D. Okay, so just to differentiate, those both are different arithmetic progressions. I have one denoted with small a, another denoted with a capital A. Okay, so let's try to solve this, and both of them, so the difference is same, so the difference is same here. Okay, so as per the given equation, so the two arithmetic progressions whose 100 term difference is equal to 100. Okay, so difference means subtraction. Okay, first arithmetic progression is 100 term, and the second arithmetic progression with 100 term, his values difference, the difference is what given as 100. Okay, so like have we identified the difference between their 100 term? So two arithmetic progression between, so difference is nothing but a minus, so is equal to 100. So this is one, we got it. Okay, solving this, so we know how we can solve this. A is equal to 100 means A plus 99 D minus of, so let's put it in a bracket, capital A plus 99 D. So since D is common, we're putting this equal to 100. So here we replace this A100 here by looking at this, we replace the value of A100 and capital A100 A plus 99D. So this is how. So let's try to solve this. A plus 99D minus of A becomes A minus plus minus 99D is equal to 100. So here we can see minus 99 plus 99 get cancelled, then we have A minus A remaining, what is remaining, minus A, what is okay, is equal to 100. So can we solve further? No. So let's see, this is one part which we got, so let's see whether we can use the other part. Okay, so till here we have solved. It says what is the difference between the 1000 term. Okay, so let's see how we can sort this one. I'm just putting here. Okay, bifurcating here. What it's saying is A of 1000 difference, so difference means minus the other arithmetic progressions 1000. Okay, so can we solve? What is the difference? So we need to find the difference. What is this difference? Okay, so let's try to sort it here. Okay, so we know we can represent this by A 1000 A plus 999D. Okay, so this is nothing but n minus 1, so we have replaced this with this. Okay, minus of, we need to replace this, so it will be minus of, let's put a bracket here, a plus 999D. Okay, so we have represented this. Okay, so now let's try to solve this. A plus 999D minus of a, then it becomes minus plus minus 999D. Okay, so we know that. Okay, so let's bring it here. Okay, before that we can cancel this, both of this, plus minus, then a minus of a. Okay, so this is what we need to find. And can we see this? A minus a is given as 100. By solving this is what we need to solve it. Okay, what is the difference between the 1000 terms? So what is the difference? So we found what is the difference between the 1000 terms. So two arithmetic progression difference, 1000 term difference. So by solving this, we get this value as a minus a. Since we have already had that value of a minus a retrieved from the previous expression, we replace, so the difference is 100. Okay, so the answer is 100. Diff between their 1000th term is 100. Okay, so let's try to read it once again. Two arithmetic progressions have the same common difference. So there are two arithmetic progressions. We have taken small a and capital A. Okay, this says the difference between the 100th term is 100. So this is what is given here. Okay, by solving this, we'll get the value of a minus a is equal to 100. Two arithmetic progressions difference, here we got it, is 100 here. Okay, for the 100th position. Okay, so now what is the difference between the 1000th terms? So here, what is the difference between the 1000 term? So we sorted out 1000, we took a 1000 minus a capital A 1000. So both are different arithmetic progressions here. So we represented here with the different small a and a capital A. So the difference, so the difference between their 1000 terms, so difference we found, subtract, and we got the value 1000. Sorry, we got the small a minus a. This is what we need to find. Its value is equal to 100. So we replaced this by from the previous equation, 100. Hope this is clear. So read it once or twice the question. So here solution is easy, but we need to understand the question. So once we understand question and put it in equation format, we should be in a position to sort it. So this is what is all about in the entire chapter of arithmetic progression. When things are not given, so try to see that how we can equate it. What are the things, other things which have been provided in the question. So try to retrieve those values. So that should be able to sort it. So maybe if you try once or twice, try to replace here the examples with some other numbers. Some one or two examples if you try, you should be in a position to understand. Reading the question is very important. Try to spend more time understanding each. Divide the question into parts and try to solve it. You should be able to move forward. Okay, fine. Let's go to the next question. Okay, so here what is saying is how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7. Okay, so basically it's a 7 series, so multiple of 7. Okay, and it says 3 digits. So we know that 3 digits starts with 100. Okay, and numbers are divisible by 7. So all the sequence which are divisible by 7. So the highest 3-digit number will be 999. So after 999 it becomes 1000. It's not a 3-digit, it's a 4-digit. So now the thing is, how many 3-digit numbers are divisible by 7? Okay, so now we need to form a sequence which is multiple of 7. Okay, how do you find? So does 100 is divisible by 7. Let's try to sort it here, both the numbers, the 100 and 99. Okay, so let's do this here. We got it there. So the first 7 divisible is not 100, so we found it here by doing this calculation. So it starts with 105. So 105 is divisible, then add it 7 to this becomes 112. So like this we can go ahead. And 99, we have seen that is not divisible by 7, so the least divisible will be 994. So this calculations, I think you should be able to do this. So just to make it things easier, move forward with the interest of time. So this is what we have received. So with this, our arithmetic progression is formed. So now the other part is quite simpler, which we have already done. So what it says is we need to find the how many 3 digits are divisible by 7. So we need to find the n term is given here. This is the one. Okay, so how many terms we'll have? So let's go ahead with this term. An is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so what is an? An is given as 994. What is a is given as 105. Okay, plus n is the one which we need to find. D, yes, divisible by 7, so difference here 7. 994, this minus here 105, this becomes n as minus 1 into 7. So if you subtract, it becomes 988 is equal to n minus 1 into 7. Okay, so 889 divided by 7 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, let's bring our page down. 7 goes in this. Yes, let's see. 1. Okay, it goes in the form of 7 to 1. Okay, so 127 is equal to n minus 1. So let's bring this minus 1 here. 127 plus 1 is equal to n. So n becomes, n is equal to 127 plus 1, 128. So we have these many terms in this particular 128. Let's try to read the question. How many 3 digits numbers are divisible by 7? First you need to find an arithmetic progression which gives you the 7th divisible, so 7 tables. So and it says that the hint is here, it's a 3-digit number. So we know 3-digit number starting and we know this 3-digit number ending, starting till end. So now this 3-digit number we need to make it in a form of 7. So what is it? First 3-digit number which can be 7. So we found it. 105 is the first 3-digit number which is divisible by 7, and the highest in the 3-digit which is divisible by 7 is 997. So this forms an arithmetic progression. So once we form, we need to find how many terms are there in this. So the terms, we need to assume this is the last digit, this is the last term, so its value is given 994. So we replace with this formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where we need to find the n. We know the common difference is 7, we know the first term a. So with this sorting out, we got the value which is nothing but this n is equal to 128. Hope this is clear, student. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so how many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? Okay, fine. So we need to find how many terms are there. So which lies between, between 10 and 250. Okay, and it says multiples of 4. So is 10 multiple of 4? No. So in this it says this is my starting point, this is my ending point. Within this, find the multiples of 4. So is 10 multiple no. 11, no. 12. So starting point is 12. Okay, similarly is 250 multiple of 4. Let's try to find it here. 4, 250. Okay, it's 4, 1, 10. Okay, so we have this. So we're getting the remainder as 2. So what we can do is we can subtract 2 from this. So from 250 minus 2, then will become 248. Okay, so let's check whether 248. So 248. Okay, 6. 2, 7, 8. Okay, so it's divisible. So we got the last term 248, which is divisible by 4. Okay, so let's repeat the question. How many multiples of 4 lie between 10 and 250? First thing is 10 and 250 we have put. So now in this we need to make sure those are multiples of 4. So first term, what it will be, 10 is not multiple, so we need to find what is the multiple. So there are multiple ways which we can find. So one way is that we saw, since it's a nearing number, so 10 it's not multiple, 11, 12 is starting, so we found 12. So similarly we found 250 is not the multiple, we cannot go beyond 250, we should be below 250. So what is that we can say? So the 248 fits in. So we got a 12, we got a n, which is 248. Okay, let's go ahead with our formula of finding the n position. Term a is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So we need to find the n here. Okay, so how many terms are there? So we have the n, the last term is this one, so this position we need to find. Okay, a of 258. Okay, so 258 is 248 is given. 248 is equal to a. Do we have a? Yes, we have a. Do we have n? No, we don't have n. We need to find. Do we have d? Yes, we have the d, because it's a multiple of 4, so we can put it as 4, 12, 16. Okay, 4. So 248 minus 12 is equal to n minus 1, n minus 1 into 4. Okay, so this becomes 2, remove this 2, 6, 3, 2, 3, 6, n minus 1 into 4. Okay, so let's check. 2, 3, 6 is divisible by 4, n minus 1. Okay, yes, 4 ones are, it goes in 59th value. Okay, so we got 59, then this minus goes here, becomes plus, is equal to n. So n is equal to 60. N is equal to 60. So students, one thing, just be careful here. What I have done is here the division, multiplication, I believe you are much aware. There are multiple ways you can find it. So I'm just going forward on those sort of simple things. So this you should be aware of it. Okay, so I want explicitly for you to do this, whether it's multiplication or division, this sort of things comes in. So do this. Okay, and the other things you can follow the step by step, but this you try to do with your own approach, how to find. So this you should be aware, because this is the way where we get a lot of mistakes. So this you can try, multiplications and divisions. Okay, so how do we get 4 to 36? So this multiplication, division, there are ways which we can identify. So this is something which you need to know. Try to take a worksheet towards the right side and solve it. Okay, so here, so with this we come to know that there are 60 terms. There are 60 terms which can be formed between 12 to, what is the number we have got? 248. 248. This is the answer. Okay, let's move to the next question. Okay, let's read this question. For what value of n are the n term of two arithmetic progressions a and x are equal? Okay, so there is an nth term which is equal between these two arithmetic progressions. So there are two arithmetic progression. So let's write it as capital A is equal to 63 comma 65 comma 67. Okay, small a, another arithmetic progression which is 3 10 17. Okay, so it's one of its. Okay, so there is a term which is equal here. So what it is saying is that this nth term of this and the nth term of this is equal. So let's try to just for the sake, let's put it as capital A here. Okay, so two arithmetic progression are no, let's try to put it as a and a dash. Okay, so that way we can easily understand a and a dash. So let's try to put our formula, standard formula of a nth term. A is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so this both are equal, right? So there is a term which is equal between these two. Okay, so let's try to find a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to a second arithmetic progression we are denoting as a dash plus n minus 1 into d. So the second arithmetic progression, so this difference is different. Okay, it's not mentioned as same, so that's why putting as different. So let's try to solve this. Okay, so a is given, yes, a is given as 63 plus n minus 1 is d. Yeah, d is given, difference is there. 65 minus 3 is nothing but 2. Okay, a dash, so what is a dash? A dash is 3 plus n minus 1. What is d dash? D is nothing but 10 minus 3, which is equal to 7. Okay, hope this is clear till here. So let's try to solve it here. 63 plus n minus 1 into 2. So let's bring this minus 3 here is equal to n minus 1 into 7. So let's bring it up. (63) minus 3 becomes 60 plus n minus 1 into 2 is equal to n minus 1 into 7. Okay, so 60 plus n, 2n minus 2 is equal to 7n minus 7. Okay, so 60, let's bring this minus 2, let's bring this minus 7 here, which becomes plus 7n, we have this in 2n, let's bring it here to minus 2n, this becomes 65 is equal to 5n. Okay, n is equal to 65 divided by 5, this goes 5 ones 13. Okay, so n is equal to 13. Okay, so the 13th, what was the n we found it here? Okay, so what is it? It is the 13th term of this particular arithmetic progression which will be equivalent. Okay, so of this. So to find out, you can put this nth term and find it, but this is not being asked in the question. So basically what we did was, let's try to reiterate. For the value of n or the n terms of 2 AP, okay, are equal. So there is a nth term which is equivalent. So we have put the nth term equivalent here, an of this, an of n. So there is one particular term between these two arithmetic progression which is equivalent. So we equated this. Okay, we equated this and we got the value. Okay, by solving this. So we got the value of n. So this is the 13th term. We found it. Hope this is clear. So let's move to the next question. Okay, so here determine the arithmetic progression. So we have not been given an arithmetic progression. We need to find an arithmetic progression. Okay, so what we need to do? So this is a question to be solved. Whose third term is 16 and the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. Okay, so let's try to put it here. Third term, a of 3. This is how we represent third term is 16. So this is been given. Okay, so this has been given. Third term is 16. So with this we can find, okay, 16. And the seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. So what it says is the seventh term, okay, seventh term exceeds the fifth term by 12. Okay, so it exceeds. So both are, we can equate it here. It says that it exceeds the fifth term by 12. So it says exceeds, more. So exceeds is nothing but more. So by 12. So this is how we can form. So now when we know this, can we form a equation to solve it? Okay, how do you solve a7? Okay, a7 can be represented as a plus 6d is equal to a5 can be represented as a plus 5d plus this 12. So this is equal. Okay, so how do we know? This is from the general form of an AP. So a plus 60, or you can remember it as a n is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So here this is how we have got an is a7. Okay, a plus 7, just replace it with the 6. Okay, 7 minus 1, 6d. This is how we got it. Okay, so let's try to solve this. If you see here, a gets cancelled here, 60, 5d, so it becomes here. Okay, so here we can, oh, hold on, so this is not correct here. This should be 4, right? So we are not finding here, we are finding the fifth term. So fifth term is nothing but a plus, this is what is represented as a plus 4d, and this is the plus 12. Okay, so 6d, let's bring this here, minus 4d, what is remaining here? This is the remaining here. Okay, so 60 minus 4d becomes 2d is equal to 12. D is equal to 12 by 2, 2 ones are 6, d is equal to 6. So as you've seen that, so replacing is something which is important. Thinking that doing this faster, this is how the problem comes. So let's try to do it in a simplified way. Okay, so we have the d, we have the a, do we have the a? Okay, a we can find it out. How can we find? Okay, so we can take a plus 6d. Okay, one second. What is given here? Okay, so we have this term here, right? So we can utilize this one. So we have a3. So can we replace this? Yes, we can. So a3 is equal to a plus 2d. a3 is given as 16. A we are not aware. Plus 2, difference is 6. Okay, 16 minus 9. Sorry, again. 16 is equal to a plus 2, 6 is 12. So let's bring 16 minus 12 is equal to a. So 16, 4a. A is equal to 4. Okay, so now we have a, d. So we need to solve this problem. Arithmetic progression we need to form. So can we form it? Yes, we have a is 4. The difference is 6. So 4 plus 6, we can add, and it becomes 10. Then subsequently we add 10 plus 6, which is 16. So how do you do? The general form of an AP is A comma A plus D comma A plus 2D. Okay, so this is how you can form. So this is how it can go ahead. So this is a arithmetic progression. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next topic, the next question. Okay, find the 20th term of the last term of an AP. Okay, so this is given the AP is given. So the last term, from the last term we need to find the 20th term. Okay, so we know the arithmetic progression. So when this sort of question comes, last term, when it says, so instead of going, so if you find the 20th term from here, it's not asking the year, so it's asking from the last. So what we can do is, whenever this sort of question comes, reverse the arithmetic progression. Let our AP be 253 comma dot dot dot, and it will be 13 8 3. Okay, so do we know A here? So now we got A we have 253. Do we know the D? Yes, we know the D. D is nothing but the successive numbers difference. Okay, so what is it? 8 minus 13. Let's take 8 minus 13 or 3 minus 8. It is minus 2 5. Okay, so minus 5, difference is minus 2 5. Okay, so the question here being asked is the 20th term we need to find. Okay, so how can you find? So now we have, what are the things we can use? The nth term formula. An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So we can find A20 is equal to A is 253 plus n is the 20 here, 20 minus 1 into D, difference is minus 5. Okay, so 253 plus 19 into minus 5. Okay, so 253 plus minus, so 19 5 is 95. Okay, subtracting this will give you the value 851. Okay, so with this we know the 20th term of this arithmetic progression is 158. So what did we do? This is, first thing is we need to find, and here the trick part was to identify the proper arithmetic progression. If you go by this way, your answer will be wrong. So here, try to read this value. It says the 20th term from the last term of an arithmetic progression. So it expecting you to read from here the 20th term, reach out. So instead of reading this, what we can do is we can reverse this arithmetic progression in this. Okay, and assume this is starting. So from here, if we can find the 20th term. Okay, at 20th term, what is it? So difference will be the same. We have seen the difference here. How do we find the difference? It is reverse. We found the successive numbers. A we know 253. So with this particular formula of the nth term, we can identify what is the 20th term. So the thing here which need to be identified here is formula we are aware. Only thing is they are trying to confuse you by saying we need to find from this particular. So by identifying a proper arithmetic progression. So hope this is clear. So whenever you get to see this sort of 20th term from the last term, the solution would be reverse the arithmetic progression. Okay, this is how. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, let's read our question. The sum of the 4th and 8th term of an arithmetic progression is 24. The sum of the 6th and 10th term is 44. Find the first 3 terms of an arithmetic progression. Okay, so we need to find the first. To find, we need to have what? A, we need to find A, it's given, no. D, difference, it's given, no. So there is an expression which is given here. So what it says is that the fourth and eighth term, okay, so fourth term is A4 and eighth term of an AP is 24, the sum, okay, the sum, it says as sum. So that means if I add the fourth term and the eighth term, okay, which is given as 24, okay, fourth term plus eighth term is equal to 24 of an arithmetic progression. And also the sum of the sixth and 10th term is 44. Okay, so here it says that A6 plus A10th is equal to 44. So whenever if you see, right, if the values of A, D, N is not given, there will be some sort of an equations which we need to form. Okay, so how we can form that equation is by reading the question here. So if you read here, it says that sum of fourth and eighth term. So this is forming an equation. Okay, so by solving this equation we'll be able to move forward. Okay, so let's try to solve it. So we know how A4 is represented as A plus n minus 1 3D, okay, plus A8 is written as A plus 7D is equal to 24. Okay, so now we have AA, which is 2A, okay, DD we can equate it, plus 10D 24. Can you solve it further? No. So let's put it here as equation 1. So let's try to solve here. A6 can be represented as A plus 5D, okay, plus of A10 can be represented as A plus n minus 1, which is 9D equal to 44. Okay, so A is there, 2A is there, plus 5D plus 9D is 14D. 14D is equal to 44. So further simplification we cannot do. So we have these two equations. So when you have an equation, what you can do? Okay, so and one more thing, what you can see here is there is a common difference here. So let's bring it here. Okay, no, let's try to solve it here. Okay, so let's try to solve it. 2A plus 10D is equal to 24. Okay, let's bring the second equation. 2A plus 14D is equal to 44. Okay, so let's try to solve it. Minus this get cancel. Okay, 10 14 is okay, so sign is minus. 4D is equal to minus 20. Okay, so let's try to solve it here. So minus gets cancelled. D is equal to 20 by 4. So does 4 goes? Yes, 5. So D is equal to 5. Okay, so now we got D. Okay, so once we get a D, we can find our A by putting in one of this. Okay, so let's put it in our equation. 2A plus 10D is equal to 24. So we know we have 2A 10, what is D? D is 5 is equal to 24. 2A 5 50 24. 2A 24 minus 50. Okay, so 2A minus sign 6 2. Okay, 2. So let's bring A is equal to minus 26 by 2. 2 ones are 13. So minus 13. So A is given as A is equal to minus 13. Okay, so we have A, we have D. So we need to find the, what exactly is the question here? We need to find the first three terms of an AP. Okay, perfect. So we have A, D, we can find the first three terms. So we need to find A1, we need to find A2, we need to find a3. Okay, so a1 is nothing but the first term which we have, which is minus 13. Okay, and how do you find the e2? e2 is equal to a plus d. So what is a here? Minus 13 plus d is 5. So what is it? It becomes minus 8. So a2 is there. We got it, a2, second term. Now the third term we need to find. a3 is equal to a plus 2d. A is minus 13 plus 2 into 5 minus 13 plus 2 5 is 10. Okay, so minus 13 plus 10 becomes minus 3. So a3 is minus 3. So your arithmetic progression would be AP is equal to A. What is A here? We have the A as minus 13, then you have minus 8, then you have minus 3, comma. This is what we need to find as part of this question which we have done. Hope this is clear, students. Okay, so first three terms we need to find. So for that to find, we need to have the A and D, the first term and the difference. How did we find the first term and the difference? So when not given, so there will be an equations which will be given, which we need to form it by reading the question. So we read it here. So it says the fourth and eighth term of NAP is 24. So this is we got it. Okay, summing. So both of them we summed in the next part of the question we read. So now sorting out, there were two unknown variables, which is A and D. By solving the equation, we got the terms. We got the unknown variables. Hope this is clear, students. Let's move to the next question. Okay, so Subbu Rao started work in 1995 at an annual salary of rupees 5,000 and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. So increment. In which year did his income reach rupees 7,000? Okay, so here what is trying to say is it started with 5,000. So we know the starting point is 5,000. Okay, so it started with 5,000. Okay, then what happened was, and received an increment of rupees 200 each year. So every year it increased by 200. Okay, in which year did his income reach to 7,000? Okay, so every year it was incrementing by 5,200, by 200. So 5,000 plus 200, then it becomes again increment by 200, it becomes 5,400. 5,400. So like this it reached an income of 7,000. Okay, it reached an income of 7,000. We need to find at which year are the, we can say the which year is nothing but here the nth term. Okay, term. So this is what is an arithmetic progression we can retrieve from this question. So read it here. Okay, this is saying in 1995 it started and starting salary is 5,000. Okay, and every year increment of rupees 200 each year. So every year, this is sequence of every year the salary. Okay, increment. So this is what is the sequence here, arithmetic progression. So 5,200, 5,000. So it reached till 7,000. So the question here is, in which year did his income reach to 7,000? So this is what is the nth, the last term, what we can say. Okay, its position. So we need to find its position or the term, nth term. What is the term, which are the year which when the salary became 7,000? So with this, so do we have we can use the general formula. So do we have A? Yes, we have A 500, 5,000. Do we have a difference? Yes, difference is given as 200. Okay, so difference is, if you see 5,200 minus 5,000, it becomes 200. So every year increment, the common difference is 200. So between each successive number, the common difference is 200. Okay, do we have an? Yes, we have the an, which is 7. So we need to find the 7. We've got the 7,000. Okay, n, this is what we need to find here. Okay, this is what we need to find here. Okay, so can we use this formula with these values? an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d, where our n is to be found. So this is something we can, an is given as 7000 is equal to a is 5000 plus n minus 1 into d. What is d? D is 200. Okay, so 7000 minus 5000, let's bring this 7000 here, this 5000. Okay, it becomes n minus 1 into 200. Okay, so 7000 minus 5000 becomes 2000 n minus 1 into 200. Okay, so this, okay, let's put it in this way, 2000 divided by, let's bring this 200 here, is equal to n minus 1. Okay, 2 zeros gone here, 2 zeros gone here, 2 ones are 10s are. So n minus 1 is equal to 10. So n 10, this minus will bring it here, it becomes plus 1, n is equal to 11. Okay, so in 11th year, okay, so in 11th year, Subbu's Rao's salary was reached to 7000. Okay, so we can mention it as 11th year, the salary reached to 7000. So this is highlighted. Okay, so this is the answer. Hope this is clear. So when starting point is given 5000, difference is given, okay, and you have the end. So you can think of this formula. Well, one is the variable, so that variable we identified, okay, by solving this problem, and all the values have been given. So one of the unknown, we can find it. Okay, hope this is clear. Let's move to the next question. Okay, one thing I identified in this particular question here is, in which year did his income reach rupees 7000? So also we need to find the year in which it has become. So 11 we have got, okay, 11th year. Okay, so how do we identify? So in 1995 it started, right? 1995. Okay, and first 19th 11th, so 11th year, so this is nothing but the 11th year position. So 1995, this is 1995. Okay, so like this is became, this is 11th year. So 11th year, this is nothing but the 11th year. Okay, so 11th year means 1, so it will be plus 10, because in 95 it is the first. Okay, then we need to add 10 more years. Because there might be a confusion that you might try to add it as 1995 plus 11. 11 is not there. The first year it was 5000, right? So first year is 5000. Second year is 5200. Okay, so like that, the 11th year, okay, it became the 11th entry, it became the 7000. So it should be 10 years. Hope this is clear. Okay, so third, let's put it in this way. Okay, 95 as first year, 96 as second year, 97, let's first write it down, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003, 2004, 2005. Okay, so first find second, third, fourth year, fifth year, sixth year, seventh year, eighth year, ninth year, 10th year, and 11th year. So this is one of the what you can say, the rough way you can understand. So the 11th year it became the 7,000 the salary. So this is how you can calculate it. Okay, so manually also you can calculate it, but one thing is that whenever this years is given, right, so -1. So this is the, because it is the starting position, so starting position it did not increment, it started with the 5,000. So that's how the next position you need to take. So 10, if you add it, it becomes 2005. Okay, hope this is clear. This is just try to analyze it with respect to this. It should not be confusing. So usually the years for which it comes, right, so 1 minus, if you do this, we should give you the answer. Okay, students, let's move to the next question. Hope this is clear, and if not, please try to do this manually and you'll get it. Okay, so this sort of typical questions which will be tricky. So because if you try to add 11 here, then answer will become 2006, which is not correct. Okay, fine, let's move to the next question. Okay, student, let's read our next question here. Ramkali saved ₹5 in first week of a year and then increased her weekly savings by ₹1.75. If in the nth week her weekly savings becomes ₹20.75, find n. Okay, so what it is trying to say is that Ramkali, a person, is saved ₹5 in the first week. So first week she saved ₹5 first week of a year and then increase her weekly. So every week she increased her saving by 1.75. So that means okay, so first week she saved 5, then in the next week she saved 5 plus 1.75, then increased her weekly savings. So whatever was earlier, she increased by 1.75. So if it was 5, then it becomes plus 1.75. So it becomes 6.75. So every week. So what is the third week she did? So third week also she incremented by 6.75 plus 1.75. Okay, which becomes 8.50. Okay, so like that she continued. So let's read it. She saved ₹5 in first week. So 5 in first week, okay, of the year, and then increased her weekly savings by ₹175. So she increased her weekly savings. So it's added. So here the incremental is there. Every week she incremented from her previous. 5 was there, then she incremented 6.75, then next week incremented. So each sequence or each week she incremented by 175. What was existing previous week, with that week she incremented by 175. That's what it means. Then increased her weekly savings by 175. Okay, if in the nth week her weekly savings become ₹20.75, at one point of time her weekly savings becomes 20.75. Okay, so 20.75. And what is the find n? So it is saying at which week this became 20.75. Finally she saved started with ₹5 and every week she incremented with the 1.75. What was there previous week? Additional 1.75 she added. Like that it keep incremented. At one point of time her savings became 20.75. So which week or which term this 20.75 she could save it? So we need to find. So here it is nothing but we have A. Yes, A is 5. Do we have the difference? Yes, difference is given as 1.75. If you subtract 6.75 minus 5, it becomes 1.75. Same thing here. So from the question itself it says, okay, so from this the common difference is there, 1.75. The common difference between each week is 1.75. Okay, and also the term the value of that 20.75 is also there, which is, we can say, an. Okay, in term value is 20.75. so we need to find n here, so which week it is been there. So we can use this formula, an is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. Okay, so what is an here? 20.75 is equal to a, what is a here? 5 plus n minus 1. Okay, so what is the value of d? D is given as 1.75. Okay, so 20.75 minus 5 comes here, n minus 1 into 1.75. 20 minus 5 becomes 15.75 is equal to n minus 1. So 15 okay to 1.75. Okay, so let's put this here. 15.75 divided by 1.75 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so let's sort this here separately. Okay, point goes. Okay, so we'll divide it by 5. So 1.75 goes in this. So please do this division. So it becomes 9. Okay, so this goes 9 times. Okay, n 9 is equal to n minus 1. Okay, so n equals, this minus goes here, this becomes 10. So if you can see here, I have just bifurcated this division. So division, multiplication, the simple fractions, I believe you should be doing it. Okay, be aware of it, because here are the places where you will do a lot of mistakes, so please practice it. Okay, so the n week, okay, so 10, the answer is 10 here. So that means on 10th week, on the 10th week, okay, 10th week, her savings will reach, her savings will reach rupees 20.75. Hope this is clear. So this was our last question, so please practice this once again. So one thing I would like to emphasize here is that the simple divisions, multiplications, I would say create a worksheet towards the right side and practice it by yourselves. Other things you can follow step by step, but this subtraction, addition, division, multiplication, I would say please try yourself, because we assume that we know these things and simple enough, and most of the time, believe me, we lose the marks with respect to that. And if you see in my videos, explicitly I have skipped those parts so that the students can do that, and also sometimes I'll try to do explicitly the mistakes so that you need to identify those and clearly catch it off, because that mistakes we should not be doing at this particular level. So this is something which we need to consider. And other than that, the formulas on those things step by step you can follow, and you can, when I'm trying to show here, you can do step by step. And maths is nothing but the practice. The more the practice you do, you'll get to know. Okay, and you can find one way. It's not that one way only is applicable in maths. You can find multiple ways. So first try to understand one way which is there, then you can try to find a more simplified version of it. So hope this is clear, but not at the exam time. So just try to do that when you're trying to do the first time or trying to learn at the beginning, if you want to try the other ways of solving. So hope this is clear, guys, and students, I wish you all the best. So let's meet up in the next session with respect to our next exercise. Thank you, take care, bye.